Holly hear from? Whoops. Your past is a gift. All right, so I was so wrapped in what I was going to talk about in this video that I completely forgot which way I had the card holding up. Okay, so we were talking about God, okay, and how, you know, growing up we were taught that he was this supreme being up in the sky, always judging everything we did and deciding whether we were allowed to go to heaven or not. And how for the longest time I felt in my life, I just spent my life angry about that because I thought, why am I separate from him? You know, to me, that didn't feel right. It didn't sit right with me. And it wasn't until I had my daughter that it all clicked for me, how I see it now, you know. Now, when you think about it, as women, we create life. You know, yes, we need the male, but we watch it grow. We feel it grow inside of us. You know, this beautiful life. And in the end, we give birth to this beautiful new life, you know? And that, to me, is the most amazing feeling in the world. You know, I enjoyed everything about my pregnancy. I enjoyed everything about, you know, when having her, everything. There hasn't been anything that I can say, I regret that, you know, or I didn't like that. It's all been beautiful and it's all been perfect, you know? And it's funny because after she was born and with time, I realized, right? I gave life to this beautiful little girl, to this beautiful little creature, you know, and my job, I always felt, in the first few years of her life, is to keep her safe and to make sure that she grows up healthy and strong and, you know, all these things that she will need for her life later, to have a good life, you know. So my job is mainly to protect her, to keep her safe from, you know, from harm, I guess, because she doesn't know. You know, if she runs out onto the street, she doesn't know she's going to get hit by a car, right? We have to teach them all of that and we have to protect them from all of that. But at the same time, I thought to myself, this love that I now have for this beautiful little human being, this love that to me feels endless. You know, I can't stop loving her and it feels like every day I love her more. And I think, where does it come from? You know, how can there be more than there was yesterday? How can I look at her again today like I'm looking at her for the first time and my eyes well up with tears? You know, how does that happen? You know, every day it feels like an absolute miracle, you know. And from that, I thought, you know, in the last few years, very, very few years, when I realized that I can't be separate from God, that we are all connected. You know, I had that moment where I thought, well, why isn't he the same? Why doesn't he, you know, why wouldn't he give me life the way I've given her life and be in total awe of everything I do? The same as I'm in total awe of everything she does. You know, all the experiences that she goes through. I live through those experiences. I watch her. You know, and I'm just so thrilled. I'm so wrapped, you know, to be sharing my life with her, with my daughter. So why wouldn't God be the same? Why wouldn't it be that he gives me my life, you know, and he takes care of me, you know, like I do with her for the first few years to make sure you know, I've got everything I need to go out into the world, and then let them go. Let them go. The love is always there. He never stops loving. But we came from God, the same as our children come from us. And the feelings, I can't imagine that he would feel any less than what we feel for our own kids. It's impossible. It's impossible that he would have any less love for all of us, for all his creations, than we do for our children. And that was the moment for me that turned it all around. I thought, it can't be true. You know, all those things that we learn at church, that it's not the way it is. It's not the way it is. You know? Because I think for her just being here gives me joy. I don't need her to do anything. I don't need her to be anything, even when she grows up. As long as she's happy, as long as she's connected, then I see her always connected to others. You know, showing kindness when she can help someone. Help them. If she can, you know, someone's stuck. Help them. You know, give of yourself to another human being. Always connecting. As long as she's always doing that. And not even as long as. She may grow up with her own thoughts and her own beliefs and decide to be someone completely different. And that's fine too. I'm not going to love her any less for that. And that's the truth. She is her own little person. Whatever she decides to do, it's her life. It's not right, it's not wrong, it's just her life. And I believe God looks at us in the same way. He's given us all His love. And I'm sure in the beginning He made sure we knew He had all, you know, we have all that love and it's unconditional. Just like my dad's love is unconditional. Then it's always there like a rock. It's always there. It doesn't go anywhere. It's always there. He's always there. No matter what I do, no matter what mistakes I make, He's always there. He's just watching. And always in awe of what I'm learning from these mistakes, if you want to call them mistakes, you know, but everything you do, there's a gift hidden in it for you if you just look. To me, there's really no mistakes because we're always learning about who we are or we're learning about others. They're trying to tell us who they are. There is no mistakes. There are no mistakes. So I put it to you today to think of all those things. If you have felt your whole life that you're separate from God, maybe today's your first step. Why do you believe that? Because they told you? Because they told you that's the way it is. How does it make you feel? Because if it makes you feel the way it made me feel, it's not a nice feeling to feel that you're separate from your Creator. You know, it's like me feeling separate from my mum or me feeling separate from my dad. That doesn't make me happy to think that way, to think that I'm not connected to them. You know, because the blood that runs in them runs in me. It's the same blood. The blood that's in my parents is the same blood that's running inside of me. And it's the same blood that's now running through my daughter's veins. We're all connected. So I really want you to take that on board today. If you've never thought of it that way, if you've just taken it at faith that that's what it is, challenge that today. And see how it makes you feel. Right, my darlings? Why would He love you any less than a parent would love their child, than a mother would love her child, or than a father would love his child? When all we ever want to do is protect, you know, and make sure they're safe and make sure that they're happy and they have everything they need in life to have a joyful life. That's what it comes down to at the end of it. Not a successful life, not a life full of stuff or a life full of titles and diplomas and certificates stuck on a wall. A joyful life, a meaningful life, peaceful life. All right, my darlings? I love you guys. Remember to click like and subscribe below so you don't miss any of the messages, and I'll see you in the next video, okay? Bye for now.